Hello, hello. Here we are with Inscryption. Full disclosure, I have played this before. So I've played the story through once, but I was, I went back and I was playing Kaycee's mod, because I hadn't really messed with that much, and, thought about recording it. Tried a recording, and it was fun, you know, I enjoyed it, but it honestly left me wanting and wishing to talk more, see more of the other parts. Kaycee's mod is really just doing runs of the first act over and over, with different like difficulty modifiers and different cards available, different just certain things behave very differently to make it more challenging. So I was thinking I would do the actual Inscryption story, like main campaign. There's multiple acts. It can be a bit of a... It can mess with your head. It's a good time. I do think... So, I'm just going to hit start here. I think when I hit continue, though, like, as you can see, there's a little icon in the upper left corner. That's, like, access to different chapters and videos. You can start different chapters that way after you beat it. And watch, like, different things from the campaign. Like, intermissions, kind of, I guess you could call them. I do think when I hit continue here, it's not gonna... Yeah, so I had jumped back in, so it's not gonna start me like brand new. But all we've missed so far is the first spot is a card selection. This is your starting deck. I must have chosen the cat. Because it's definitely not a starter. And I hit a little backpack, which I filled up my inventory. These, you can have up to 3 items to use. We'll get into it. Alright, our first battle. Let's just jump right in. Shit. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You didn't sacrifice me? How kind. Maybe you'll help me? Oh, so the tutorial. Play along for now. You may now see my moves ahead of time. So the first match, like a tutorial match, I didn't sacrifice him. Which normally you would, I think. Just while you're doing the walkthrough. But I put another squirrel down instead. That's interesting. I got a different dialogue for that. Alright, so up at the top with the arrows, those are cards he's about to play. This is the board. So I can tell he's going to put a wolf cub down in front of my boulder here. Need I remind you your items may help? No, you do not need to remind me that. Thank you. Actually, I could put the cat down in front of one of these stumps, maybe. So the cat has an ability on it, many lives. When a card bearing the sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish. The whole... See how there's a little red blood drop on this card? 2 on this card, 1 on this card. That's the cost, the sacrifice cost you have to do to put a card down. The squirrel I put down, sorry, I just kind of jumped in, has no cost, has no attack, but it can be sacrificed. Or you can leave it there if you just are trying to block an attack, because it does have 1 health, but then it won't serve any purpose for sacrificing. Alright, that's how you sacrifice. Choose your card, then you can choose which spot you want to put the new card down. So now I have a cat. I can sacrifice and he won't go away. I put my stoat down. And I'm gonna end my turn. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. Okay, so the scales, you have to win by 5. I did 1 damage with my Stoke card because there was nothing in front of that card at the time. And the little text there, he's talking about the Wolf Cub because it has the ability to become a more powerful form after 1 turn on the board. It'll turn into a wolf, which looks like this. I don't think I can... Actually, not sure. Can I sacrifice this twice? No. Okay. I don't really want to... I kind of hate the pliers items. I've never found them to, like, benefit me, so I'm just going to use it. I ripped a tooth out, put it on the scales. That'll serve as my turn. Alright, so now that wolf is going to become a problem sooner than later. Airborne bat flies over creature to attack directly. So, ha! My bat flew right over your Stoat. He did indeed. Alright, let's take a squirrel. Do I have a hammer? Do you start with that? No, okay. I was gonna say, at some point you get the ability to, like, delete cards without sacrificing. So I could remove that boulder in theory. Not that I want to right now. And no, you cannot sacrifice the boulder. Okay. I think yeah, I only have a starting deck right now, so the only other card I have to pull besides squirrels is another wolf. Alright, let's put the snapper down. I gotta be careful though, because you can't sacrifice the cat forever. I think it's 9, like 9 lives, and then it becomes a new card, which defeats the purpose. The undead cat. Okay. Alright. Get to draw a card on this symbol. Young wolf cub. It grows into a wolf after a single turn. How come there's only 2 selections? The meek sparrow, an inexpensive if feeble flying creature. I'm not in Kaycee's mod. How come I'm... Because that is one of the things you can do. I mean, I have a wolf heavy deck already, but... This is a nice cheap way to get another one out there. Also, I don't know when or how this happens in the main campaign, but you can start getting totems to help. Can I get up? I can't leave the table yet. Okay. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. So this, I can give an ability to another card. I don't have another... Actually... It might be more worth making him capable of powering up I think he would get 2 attack and 4 health after 1 turn. Whereas the sacrifice thing, I guess it could be good to have the sacrifice thing on something with more defense too. Then I don't have to protect it. He doesn't have high defense, but it does improve after 1 turn. I guess it does serve the purpose. They're because the cat costs the same. And it would mean I could use it more than 9 times without risking it losing the card. Yeah, alright. What an honor. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives in the stoat. I think you do up to 4 of those. It's been a minute, but... Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. That's what I was talking about. I forget. I feel like we can get one of those at some point. Although in the story mode, you have to do certain... You see that, right? He's completely insane. No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. It's like a whole subplot or going on as you're just thrown into this card game. So, especially dangerous, the canines will now hit me directly. I mean, I can't really play defense against them, and I have to kill them. Okay. Alright. What'd you say? Back on the board. That's right. Basically, even with just those 2 cards, I can only really take 2 turns and he'll win if I don't score points or kill them. My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. So they hit me directly. Yeah, I'm gonna take a squirrel. Alright, so I'm gonna take those guys off the board. I got really lucky to get that cat early on. Otherwise I'd have to wait another turn to get a squirrel. Or kill one of the guys I have on the board to put another wolf down. You're 4 damage away from winning. Nice of you to notice. Alright. I'm 4 away from winning, and I'm about to do 7, so I'll get 3 over. Which gives you points to use with a certain guy. Impressive, you may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. I mean... Okay. don't really want to do those sacrifice things we did again. I don't really have any abilities I want to transfer. But, so we'll go to the campfire. You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. "Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire," one said. "Warm it by the fire. That will enhance its power," said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. The fire warmed the poor stoat, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, he pulled the stoat away from the fire and left. Weirdos. Trying to eat my animal. So that added 1 attack power. You can also get ones that add health. There's a way out for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent, or I will tear you to shreds. Okay, so these have the ability to do a mighty leap. Card bearing the sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. And there's some graffiti on this one. Not on that one. Something to keep in mind. I could put the cat down and protect myself from taking 4 damage. Yeah, I don't think we. I think if we die, we lose. I would have to use a squirrel card, one of my items up there. Wait, wasn't one of the things on the map a backpack? There was a campfire and a backpack. I don't really have any crazy cards yet. I'll just use this guy for defense. I was thinking, like, there's not even a reason I would want 2 of these unkillable guys on the board, really. Or unsacrificeable, or whatever. You know what I mean. Sacrifice them indefinitely. As long as one of them's alive, I'll be alright. So the Grand Fur will actually block that bird, luckily. Oh my god, he put a grizzly in front of the stoat. God damn it. What the f... Okay. Guess I'll do nothing. Okay. You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel out beside the door. Okay, so I think we had to have that happen since he fucking cheated. Okay. Okay, blank. Safe. Little figurines. Oh god. Okay. Can't do anything with that yet. Candlestick. Oh. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Okay, I didn't end up using any items, so I think we'll go with the campfire. Ow. The ornery porcupine. Sharp quills await those who dare attack it. The adder. And the raven. So this instantly kills... When a card bearing the sigil damages another creature, that creature perishes. But he's very fragile with only 1 attack and 1 health, normally. This will cause anyone attacking it to take a single point of damage. The adder. Also, now he's introduced the candlestick. If you lose, you know, you have to like restart basically. I think in the story mode, you have to restart it at least a few times. Like they expect you to lose at least a few times because there's certain things they start like expanding on. Ow. A group of starving survivors stood around a dying campfire. There's room for a creature around the fire, one said. The warmth will enhance its health, said another. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but could not stop licking their lips. No way. Still did not want to go on there. The wolves are a little weak by default. But I think maybe the adder would be more beneficial. Because he can insta-kill, but he can only survive 1 hit. But I also might transfer his ability to another card. You know what I mean? So that would be a waste of the health if I wind up just sacrificing him to give somebody else his ability later. Assuming I get far enough to do that. know the stoat's saying no way, but... You'll be fine. Health of the stoat was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from their pocket, you withdrew. Yeah, I get why you didn't want to go. Bitch is trying to eat him. Boss fight. The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Hee-haw! 'Twas the prospector. He's doing the prospector again? Easy, boss. Mule's the key. Okay. Pack mule. Okay. What do I got? Okay. I mean, I could put the snapper down. Oh, I forgot this is a boss fight. There's 2 phases. I probably should have. I don't want to use the cat. That's just a little foreknowledge of my own here. But I am going to put the river snapper down. Things can get out of hand very quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna save the adder then. I need to use the wolf. I forgot the pack mule moves over. And it was only not moving because I was blocking its progress. Alright. Give me them cards. Dag nabbit, my mule. I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. There's gold in them cards. Fucker. Gold! I've struck gold. Son of a bitch. Alright, he gave me a skunk, an elk, a skunk, and a squirrel. Not the greatest, but alright. Got plenty of squirrels. Alright, I can only use a 1 cost thing here, which I do not have. Does that really serve a purpose if I use one of the squirrels to put a skunk down right now? Doesn't really seem to serve a purpose, but could be wrong. Oh wait. Get him. Wait, does he move? When an opposing card is placed in an opposite an empty space, he will move. Oh, say he moves as soon as the card goes down. So if I put a serpent, perhaps more deadly than man. Oh, by the way, the skunk. Stinky. The creature opposing card bearing the sigil loses 1 power. That's why the coyote only did 1 damage there. Should have done that last time instead of letting the skunk stay there. I forgot. I didn't even think about like sacrificing the skunk because I had no squirrels, but I can put down the skunk without a squirrel. I guess I should use the wolf cub. I was kind of hoping I'd get 1 more turn there, because then I would have been doing 7 damage. Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. Poor abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed. But do you have the heart to try? No, I don't need 3 of those. This one has a unique ability. And I think a cap, kind of like the cat, in how many times you can sacrifice it in one match before something changes the card forever. The uninspiring Gek. Perhaps you can find a use for it. This level of brutish strength needs no explanation. Considering how many undying I already have, a 4 blood cost is not that crazy to pull off. Excuse me. Or I could use this guy and make him like a... Because he has no cost. So if you power this guy up with no cost, it could be really broken. Especially if you can get like ability that puts him back in your hand again when he dies. Because you would never have to worry about the cost of using him again. Oh, the Child 13 is when you sacrifice it, it changes. It doesn't tell you that on the ability thing, but it does. It gets attack and more health, but it reverts again if you have to sacrifice it again. So you gotta be careful with that. I'm so tempted. It seems so unnecessary with the cards I have already, though. This guy's still hard to use, even with the Undying guys in my hand, though. Unless I get somebody who's worth more blood per sacrifice. This guy's basically a squirrel because he has no cost, but he does want attack. I think the awakened state of this makes it maybe worth doing, even though I have a cat and a stoat that have the same ability. But I'm gonna go with the Gek this time. Wasn't a huge fan of any of those, even though I like Child 13 normally. With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. The rank smell of rotten mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. You must make a different kind of choice now. Choose not a specific beast, but decide the cost that you wish to pay. Why not? A grizzly. The monster's grizzly. Its form speaks enough of its efficacy. Random card with a cost of 3. What were you expecting? It was about what was I expecting. Well, maybe one with a perk or something would be nice, though. I could take the adder's ability and move it to somebody else. Or I could level something up. But then I have a harder fight after that. I don't think I have enough cards now to necessarily need to move the adder's ability. Though I am tempted to move it to the stoat. Or even put the cat's ability on Gek. Since he's free. I wonder what would happen to Gek if I put the wolf cub ability on him. I think it would only make him like 2 attack, 2 health. Which wouldn't be as beneficial as just keeping the wolf cub with that. But I am tempted to put the adder on here because adder costs 2, the Gek is free. Yeah, all right. All right. could use a squirrel now. But I don't think I need to. Yeah, it would only let me put the cat down right now anyway if I did that. So the good thing is he can't use the mantis unless the card in front of it is gone. And I can't put anything to fight it until it takes down that Grand Fur anyway. Alright, I'm about to do 4. Sorry, 3. Debating if I need to use that squirrel or not. In theory, I could wait. I'm gonna wait. I figured that way if I have a choice between like a level up or a backpack later, as long as I have 1 squirrel, I don't feel like totally powerless. 1 item, some kind of help. Oh, that did it anyway. Good. I was kind of hoping I could hit him a little harder, get some teeth, because this is the trapper, I think? Yeah. You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares. Care to look at me pelts? The trapper dealt in teeth, the type collected from battle. They are gained by dealing damage greater than what is needed to win a match. Take a pelt, free of charge. See the quality? I only have 4 teeth. Well, that sucks. I'm just gonna take the free one then. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Please consider me pelts. Do I really have to? Well, I want these. Fine. Thanks for your business. Yeah, whatever. The man assured you of the value of the pelts. They appear to be useless in a fight. But he mentioned that the trader further down the path would reward you for them. Based on the rarity of the pelt, obviously. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these. Choose one. So that lets me cut up one card. This gives me a squirrel. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if only for a turn. Feeling overburdened enough with a full 3 items, you carried on. Alright, we got a raven egg, a bullfrog, and a kingfisher. The kingfisher is airborne, so it ignores anything in front of it. But it's also waterborne. Card bearing this sigil submerges itself during its opponent's turn. While submerged, opposing creatures attack its owner directly, meaning I can't hurt this card. Except for, like, a defensive ability. Like quills, sharp quills or something. So he's basically 1 damage to me straight up no matter what, unless I have some kind of defensive ability to stop him. The raven egg will turn into a full-grown raven after 1 turn. Bullfrog can do 1 damage. Okay. Total misplay. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay. There we go. Let's stand up for a second. Oh, free teeth. That would have been good earlier. Need a key for that. I don't remember what the safe combos were. Because they're also, I think, different in Kaycee's mod. There's more stuff in it. Different ones. I don't remember. Something like that. You encountered a small outpost in the woods tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper had mentioned. Her appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offerings. Do you mind if I examine those pelts of yours? Let's start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. I can trade you any of these. Take your time. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a rabbit is created in your hand. A rabbit is defined as 0 power, 1 health. Okay. So basically it gives you a squirrel. So the elk fawn will turn into a full-grown elk, and it also moves to the right 1 spot. If it can't move to the right, it will go to the left after that, and then continue to the left until it bounces back, basically. Okay. Bifurcated strike. A card brand sigil will strike each opposing space to the left and right of the space across from it. That means you hit the two spaces on either side of the one in front of you, but you do not hit the one in front of you. Oops. I'm tempted to take the bullfrog and put that ability on the river snapper. Because then he can block flying. Or just take the bullfrog, just so I have one who does that. And this ability would also help me kill any kind of like kingfisher or submergible guys. Only if they're gonna get hit though. So it wouldn't help. It would help against the otter and the shark. Guess I'll take the bullfrog. These pelts are most excellent. My thanks. Okay, well my items are full. Although I think something happens if you go there when they're full anyway. I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't remember. I think you get a card maybe? Oh, that's interesting. I can't choose the cards I've already chosen. That's good to know. Yeah, I guess. I was thinking about, because even if I move the bullfrog ability to the river snapper, that thing is more expensive to use. It might just be better to have another one blood defender type card. The thing about this is, like, you can't attack the card in front of you, and there are going to be times where that makes him no longer, like, as good of a play in certain situations. But like this, where there's a stump and it's not on the far corner. So like, if I put the wolf cub here, he's gonna attack this space and this space. If I put him in this left corner, he's only gonna attack the middle right here where I'm highlighting, because there's nothing to the left of this space that he can hit. But if I put him right here, he won't attack the stump, so the stump will constantly block someone from attacking him. But he'll be able to attack both. Well, he can't attack the kingfisher, but that's alright. Oh shit. I kind of want to play him in front of the kingfisher because he can't get killed over here. Should have not put the bullfrog down, but that's okay. I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to use those teeth anyway. The omnipresent mole. It burrows and emerges to block any landborne attacker. Wolf cub. Oh, that little mushroom popping up underneath it is just a symbol to tell you that you have one of these in your hand. Because it can be good to know that. So I can't, at least right now, put abilities on cards with abilities. It's funny, I haven't seen the Gek since we put that thing on him. I haven't used him once. Haven't been able to. I don't have that many cards. So this guy protects against any empty space that would be hit. It means he'll move around defending you unless there's already a card there. Could be good to have the river snapper have that ability, to be honest. Trying to think is there a good reason this early to have multiple of the same? Can't hurt to have more of those. Oh man, I was gonna go to the backpack actually, because there's nothing I drastically feel like I need to transfer currently. Yeah, if I can't put it on a card that's already been... I guess we'll just put this on a cheaper card. One with slightly better defense, I guess. I was thinking maybe I'll put it on the wolf, but the wolf costs 2, has the same amount of health, and already does 3 damage on its own. Deadly bullfrog. I wanted to go to the backpack because there was nothing I felt desperately in the need of changing sigils. Yeah, I'm full on items and thought I might as well choose now to go do that, but I forgot and clicked on the sacrifice altar. Oh well. Boss fight. My boss battles are high-stakes tests of your aptitude. With one flame, you will either overcome them or die. Fear not, I will let you keep the smoke. So if you go into the fight with both of your candles, you get a free card for the smoke, which can be sacrificed. A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled the hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. I am the angler. Go fish. That fucking hook. Okay. Which fish? Hard choose. She's gonna try to steal my cat card after this turn. Wait. It's 3-1. We're about to end the first round. I think I can just attack? Yeah, right? That should end the first round. Don't steal my card. Alright, cool. Yo, what? Too fast, too soon. Am I not supposed to get this far this quick? Oops. My bad. Well, can't tell me nothing. It'd be funny if I could survive this, but I can't. I mean, kind of pointless to even try here. Cheating fuck. Huh. Go fish. Okay, so apparently that's about as far as it'll let you get on your first run. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory, though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please choose a card to draw the cost from. Ooh. Yeah, Gek. Free. Cost of free from the Gek. And another. This time I will use its power and health. The numbers. Oh, you gave me the grizzly. You shouldn't have done that. 4 power and 6 health from the grizzly with 0 cost. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. I could strike twice and also evolve to add, I think, usually 1 power, 1 health. Or I could have insta-kill against cards and shield against flying things with my 6 health. And I'd still do 4 damage. Kind of a hat on a hat. Whereas I could strike twice and do 8 damage. Both really tempting. If his damage was lower, I would say the Skull and Bones would be great. I think it's kind of it's almost a waste on him though. I think the damage capabilities of this are worth more than the Skull and Bones one shot. There's not a lot of things with more than 4 health. A sigil of fledgling and a sigil of bifurcated strike from the wolf cub. I never did ask your name. I guess we'll just give this one my name. There is now but one final matter. The portrait. Are you ready? You do not need to smile. Here we go again. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes, for any reason. So unlike sacrificing, you get bones and keep bones. So you don't need to sacrifice a certain amount of blood to in that turn, is what I'm saying. Like, notice when you can't just sacrifice stuff and like pocket blood to play a card next turn. Like, you have to sacrifice when you're putting the card down. Whereas with this, you accrue bones anytime anything dies. If you sacrifice a card, you get a bone. If it gets killed by another card, you get a bone. If you destroy it on your own for some reason, you get a bone. Even if it's not a sacrifice. Notice my my cards have gone back to normal. It's too bad. That stoat was really good. Might as well. From the death of your creature, you've gained a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent, or the battle ends. Excuse me. I also have a bullfrog. Interesting. I guess we'll put the opossum down. Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. $273. Okay. Put that out. Oh shit, there's something on here now. Wolf and a squirrel. That's doable. What was it? 273? It's funny, I was just wondering if, because I remembered randomly a code from Kaycee mod was 116. I wonder if that would do anything in story mode. I doubt it. It's like, this is very intentionally something. Stink bug. Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape that iron crypt. Is the stoat around? The stunted wolf? This madness must end. Put that away. So she talks like the stoat. I got a key? Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. That's my little figurine. Let us continue. Alright, now I'm gonna get up. I forgot that I had put that there. Very well. You may add it to your deck, and I'll do you one every so often. The skink. The tail ability thing, if it's about to get struck, it will leave a card in its place and move over. It just leaves behind its tail. Which dies immediately, but does prevent the damage hitting you. And it moves over. Okay. Okay, I don't want to hit the skink, because it'll move over and block this 3. Can I get rid of you? I can. Yeah, it's even less. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well. I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challenges. Challengers, sorry. Ant and Ant Queen. And their attack is dependent on how many ants are on the board. Although I think the Ant Queen makes another ant show up in your hand automatically. Oh shit, we got more of these? Oh shit. Curious. Hmm. Alright, what else is in here? Hmm. Without having met her, this wood carving is meaningless. In time, you will understand its power. Okay. I think that's the first... That makes sense. I thought you just got a totem at some point, but that's why that happened. I just forgot I had found the squirrel head, or what the hell that was. I always wondered on my first playthrough, like, what was in that last thing? I don't remember opening it, because I don't remember what I got out of it. Well, that makes sense now. Oh, excuse me. The coyote. The meager coyote. Coyote. But what did you expect for only 4 bones? The rattler. The nefarious rattler, a brittle creature, once past its monstrous fangs. The unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. Yes. You know, you're free to get up again. To keep your blood flowing. Yeah, I already took that advice, thank you though. I knew I should have used the stupid pliers in that opening match. I am no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off my possessions. Noted. Alright, so I need to put a wolf and a squirrel in the middle. I just had a thought, but I don't... Yeah, fuck it. I'll wait. Some bone tokens for a rainy night. Yeah, why not? You again? Indeed! Our friend freed me. Well, I basically told them how to do it. You got a plan? We have another friend here. You've got to be... I wouldn't call him a friend. But I suppose we are in deep this time. Okay, so they know each other. Keep me alive. I'll do what I can, Sonny. Just want to get rid of this. I fucking hate this thing. Even in a moment where I was like definitely gonna lose, there's been 2 times I was like, oh, I'll use that, and I still lost because they hit me for too much. Like by that point, it was too far gone. I just don't. I'm sure there's times where I would like to have that thing, but I've never encountered them. Do I really need to keep him alive for this match? I feel like I shouldn't. I don't. That could just be me, though. What if I... I think I can get the bonus thing. Hold on. What if I put... Sorry, buddy. Yeah, I can't. I was gonna say maybe I'll take a turn to kill these cards, but I can't kill them anyway, so... There we go. Something just happened. I heard a noise. Sorry, guys. All for the greater good. What happened? Oh, okay. Got a clover. Whee! You plucked that from the oil painting. You must not like the cards that I deal you. Fine. You'll see. So now I can reshuffle the cards. The Proud Wolf, a vicious contender. The Raven. Oh shit, the Death card. Yeah, I'll take that one, thank you. No, we do not need to reroll. I can go to a campfire, a chest. I have one spot open, but that's alright. Or I can transfer an ability. So, I think I have to play this and have it get attacked. Okay, I could make this really cheesy and put that Undying, unkillable. When a card bearing the sigil perishes, a copy of it is created in your hand on my death card. So even when it died, I would get it back, and it's free to use. Ooh. Another one that would be good to put that on is like one of the other ones that you can sacrifice to get things. That could be beneficial, because then in the off chance they die anyway, you can get it back. There's a Ouroboros card, which has a unique version of that, which can be really good. Or I can level up another card. Let's break the game. It's me. Marvelous. So they both want to be used in this. No can do. That's like not fair at all, but who cares? This game literally did just cheat to beat me last time, so. I think I'm gonna go left after this fight. I don't have any other cards I really want to transfer powers to or from, so I feel like going left probably makes more sense. He's putting a coyote and a porcupine down. Um... It's basically just a sacrifice, but... Oh, I got really screwed on this fucking shuffle here. That kind of sucks, but... I was gonna put the wolf down, but... Yeah, right. Oh, that's too bad, buddy. I was gonna accept, but like... I'm good. Well, that doesn't help me at all. I was kind of hoping for my death card so I could really hammer him and get some teeth out of this. screw it. Give me my... Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. No, now you're gonna give me your teeth. All your fucking teeth. That's how petty I get when you almost win. We could also use some items right now, kind of. Kaycee. The nation fawn, it quickly grows into an elk. The watchful bullfrog, it leaps in the way of attacking flyers. This is somebody else's card. It's a really weird combo. Also, the name Kaycee, I think, is actually a reference to something. Card seems useless, but I think there's more to it. The caged wolf. Yeah, but I haven't been able to put it down. Excuse me. Fuck it. I got two of them. There's a card somewhere around here. Personally, I hate the guy. Biggest killjoy ever. But he's the only one of us with a plan to get things back to normal. You have me here. I surrender. Oh, well, I don't really care what you say or do. Yeah, alright, I'll take it. Pelts! Free rabbit. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Give me that one. I don't think I have enough. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'd rather hang on than use all. Much appreciated. The thing that sucks is they get dealt in your hand. So I've been screwed sometimes with just getting pelts. Nothing playable really. I don't really see any skills I want to transfer all that much, but though the 10 hungry eyes around to dampen the greeting. This is for health. It's funny he doesn't want to be part of this one, though. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your Kaycee. Oh shit, time for the prospector. The incessant clank, clank, clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. It was the prospector. Hee-haw. I remember, he's going to turn our cards into gold. It's been much harder without all those fucking sacrifice cards we had last time. We were able to play cards at will last time. Also, the smoke now gives us 4 bones. It's pretty decent. So many bones. Prospector's boss again. Fucking squirrels, damn it. What was that? Alright, so something broke. Dagnabbit. I think I can just play. Oh no, wait. Actually, I don't get teeth for that. I should. There's gold in them cards. Yeah. Things kind of got out of hand there. I wanted that damn donkey. I feel like I need more squirrels just in case here. Can't do anything and turn. Should not put him down. If I put the porcupine down, he'll take 1 damage, then another damage hitting me. Or I could just sacrifice the opossum. Yeah. Hey, Kaycee. Greetings. Okay. No, that's good. Okay. Alright. Now, use you here. Put you here. Actually, what's the score? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. And then you can go here. Thief. Relight my candles, bitch. Child 13. Prudent pack rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack. Trinket bearer. When a card bearing this sigil is played, you will receive a random item as long as your pack is not full. Okay. And the stalwart mole man, the ultimate defense. So he will move in front of any attack that's not already blocked by another card, and he can block flying attacks. That's pretty solid. But he has no attack himself. It's been a stark difference to not have any cards with that ability, with how spoiled we were last game. After the harrowing encounter with the prospector, you gathered yourself and continued onwards. Let me see. The air grew thick with moisture. The buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out the sound of your footfall. You beheld the wetlands. I'm gonna go to the right because the trader is up this way, and I do have a gold pelt and a wolf pelt, not just a rabbit pelt this time. Ah, the elusive otter. It submerges itself during my turn. reshuffle, actually. Stalwart Snapper, a near impenetrable defense. The inviolable beehive. When it is attacked, you will draw a bee. A bee is 1 power, 1 health, and airborne. A fervid mantis. Its prying claws strike both to the left and right. Wow, I've not seen a squirrel in a minute. Jeez. I should have just taken the opossum. Ugh, that's alright. Beehive's okay. Okay. Great. I wish I had not taken these fucking ants out of that one chest, I tell you that much. Get out of here. It was a lot closer than I would have liked it to be, but we made it. I just couldn't draw from the deck. I had to basically find a way to make use of the starting cards and not explore the deck at all, which sucked. Show me some exquisite pelts. Yeah. Hair pelts. Alright, here's our basic bitch cards. Ooh, the black coat. So this gives you 3 blood when you sacrifice it. It's really good. Especially if you can make it so it doesn't die when you sacrifice it. Yeah, definitely the black coat. Wolf pelts too. Exquisite. Alright, so these ones will have abilities. They're a little souped up. Rat King costs 2 blood. Jeez. Gives you 4 bones when it dies. Moose Buck. Jesus. That's actually really good. Because it can't take damage and it becomes a raven. Why would you have bifurcated strike on a Warren? It doesn't attack. Whatever. These are some weird ones. Is that a golden pelt? Magnificent. Alright, now we can get a rare card. Ooh, Strange Larva turns into a Mothman, which can be really good. It has to level up twice, though. It goes from larva to pod to moth. Long Elk is also very good. Has a touch of death, and it moves left to right. Creepy as shit, though. I don't think I have anyone with the insta-kill, do I? No. Because I also like the larva, but... You have my gratitude. I think the Mothman has like a 7 attack, 3 health base or something. Or whatever health you have remaining after the thing's gotten attacked. So I think it's probably 5 health normally. If you don't get attacked. Okay, I'm definitely transferring. Oh, excuse me. I'll put it on child 13. I was thinking about doing it the other way around, but the child 13 has the other mode that can actually cause it to do damage, and I think its health goes up too. Yeah. Too bad we never got to abuse that unkillable thing from the cockroach last time. I was just thinking about that. That's not this game. It's alright though. It's hard to call it cowardly. Yeah, whatever. I didn't think about that. The bee didn't fucking... That's why I was gonna do it in the other way around. That's annoying. The bee was supposed to fucking kill the coyote too, but that didn't happen. This kind of sucks. Did I neglect to mention overkill damage? Excess damage is not wasted. It carries over the card behind the mangled corpse of the victim. Lucky for you. Oh, thank God. Actually, I think this is the play, because he can hit me a few times, and I'll be okay. And it'll keep that fucking other poisonous guy away from me. Oh, you done fucked up now, Sonny Jim. Lots of teeth. Ooh, nice. Venerable Alpha. Its courage emboldens the creatures that stand beside it. Powers up the cards next to it by 1. Even ones with 0 attack. Increase somebody's attack. I don't know. I just realized he's not gonna get hit by that thing in time. Should just use the ant. Oh well. That's a bad play. The pernicious vulture, a tyrant of the skies. Yeah, 8 bones though. Yeah, I guess that one's okay. I just want to thin the herd here a bit. Getting way too many cards here. Thinking about putting this guy into this. This is fucking useless. And you will transfer both of them. Alright, maybe they won't cheat and glitch us out this time. The mud tugged hard at your feet, forcing you to slow your pace. A rank odor caused your stomach to churn and your eyes to water. It was the rotting fish that hung from the branches around you. A huge man approached. Go fish. Oh shit. Hit me with the good stuff. Right off rip. That looks different. Ah! Could just I think this might actually be worth using right now. And just cheesing the shit out of this. Because he's going to do something next. So, those are bait buckets. If you hit a bait bucket, it will turn into a great white, which does 4 damage and submerges itself. But if I don't hit the bait bucket, or if you hit the bait bucket for enough damage, I think you can kill the shark as well, but don't take take my word for that. He'll only put him across from cards you put up, which is why I was saying maybe it would make sense to do this, because he does a diagonal attack. So it's actually still safe from the bucket. And game. That boss was easy, bitch! Where you at, dog? That's what's up. I fucking two-shot that guy. I do like free cards. Excuse me. You considered one of the angler's catches as a meal, but the rank odor deterred you. Dinner would have to wait. Let me think. A frigid gust of wind billowed, unwelcome, into your lungs. The beauty of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones. You had ascended to the snow line. I do have a ton of teeth, so I want to go to the trapper. I do need items. I don't really want to go to the cave. There's like a trial thing there. But you can get really good cards if you pass. I guess better than a random basic card. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. A strange a strange beast lurked within. I almost said burst. It spoke. Pass one of my trials, and I will be yours, in a raspy voice. So you actually win the card of the creature. 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or failure. It spoke again. But first, you will choose a trial. The trial of power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. The trial of blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. I don't have that many high blood cards. The trial of health. The 3 drawn cards must have the combined health. I think health is the way to go here, but maybe not. Ugh. Four attack power might be easier than 6 health or 4 blood. A lot of guys with low health. Unless I get one of my good cards. Fuck it. Let's trial power begin. Sweet, we did it. Got lucky on that one. 4 from B-Rod, 1 from the Bullfrog, and 1 from Lewis. You have passed the trial. Pretty sure the death cards you make also can be used in future runs as well. You just have to get lucky and draw them. The beast revealed itself. It was... Stinky with that guy doesn't seem like a great combo. Alright. The inhabited skink joined your menagerie. Let's go get some items. Squirrel! Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleeding. Black goat. This is like my favorite item lineup right here. Bones, squirrel, goat. Jeez, I've been recording for a while already. It's me! Yes, thank you, Stoat. Oh, fuck, I forgot to get up and check the wolf. I'm stupid. Holy shit. Fucking moose buck. Sweet. I think I might be better off. I think we might be better off. I almost think we might be better off putting him down and eating the attack this time. Because I couldn't kill him even unless I wanted to use the squirrel and black hoe, which seems like a waste on this random matchup. Oh. I didn't think I was going to hit him for enough there anyway. Alright, well, my bad. Although that wouldn't have happened if I put it in the other spot, and then the moose would have moved over and hit me next round anyway. Although I could have ended it then anyway, but still. Go visit the trapper. He gave me a free one again. The pelts are more expensive on the third map, apparently. I don't know if I want, because he only gives you 4 rares to choose from. And the wolf pelts do give you like ones with abilities still. So I think I want at least one of those. It's a lot of pelts to add to the hand. It's a little scary to have that many pelts in my hand. Alright, so we broke the, I think this goes here, right? Wait. I'm just gonna wait to grab that. Because I think he gives it to you. I don't have room for it. Seemed like a waste, you know what I mean? +1 attack. There is a way to do more than that, but I don't think you can get that until like multiple runs in. Kaycee's mod, you can do it right away, but it's also way riskier. There it is. So he gets 2 attacks. Still 1 health, though. I'd like to power his health up at a campfire, if anything. I actually meant to put that in the left so it could... God damn it. Are you kidding me right now? No, wait a minute. Son of a bitch. That'll do. Pelts are always clean. Hair pelt. Okay, so this mirrors the damage of whatever's in front of it. If there's nothing in front of it, it's 0. This is more attack power the closer to the bell. So in the far left spot, it does 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1 if it's in the far right. This attack power matches whatever's in your, how many cards are in your hand currently. This causes the card to be played anytime one of your other cards is killed, which is very good. Because it can completely negate any cost that that card has. Wolf pelts. Okay. A mole with a beehive. That's pretty good. Rattler that evolves. Bloodhound with a flying. Mantis that submerges. Wolf that flies. Warren that blocks flight. Or a river snapper that does 1 damage every time it's hit. Incredible. Golden pelts. Yeah, 2 of them. Oh shit, Mantis God. Yes, please. Amoeba. So this one gets a random ability when it gets put in your hand. So when you draw it. And it's worth 2 bones. Or I could do another Gek. I'll do that guy. The Mantis God can be amazing. You can really do some fun shit with Mantis God. Especially in one of the acts where you can really make it overpowered. Is it? I mean, you can do it this one too, but... No, maybe it is this act, but it's later. Or Kaycee's mod, you can do it. Like, Kaycee's mod, you can abuse Mantis God from as soon as you jump into the mod. If you do it right. So, Mantis God has Trifurcated Strike, it's called. Where is he? There he is. It hits the space in front of him and the diagonals. So it's 3 spaces. It's basically the Mantis, but it also hits what's in front of it. And if you can combine it with Bifurcated Strike, and it causes it to do 2 hits on the left and right, 1 hit in the middle. It can be ridiculous. Alright, all my items are full. The amount of items you can carry is 3, and you have 3. Instead, perhaps you'll accept this gift from my friend. Hey, buddy. Oh shit, pack rat. Alright. Prudent pack rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack. There's so many fucking cards. This run has been a little card heavy. What's with all this fucking moose box, man? Kind of put the possum down just to block the moose. Screw it. excuse me. Oh, fuck. Why is he not adding power to this guy? Notice that? What the fuck? He's also not affected by the stink, I guess. That's good too. I guess because he's airborne? I don't really want to kill the skunk, so I'm gonna... Jesus Christ, man. Might have been easier just to lose that fucking fight. Holy shit. Sadistic pronghorn. Woe be to those that meet the end of its antlers. Bifurcated strike, and it moves left and right. Interesting. The regal moose. The creatures of the wild make way for it. How did I get Kaminsky again? That makes me think it's important. Probably only for the ARG aspect though, so like... Add some attack. A man stood before you, a man you recognized immediately. It was the trapper. You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you. Sorry, but today you will supply the pelts. Uh-oh. So... these things will kill you when you attack them. A pelt is created in your hand, though. When you kill these trap frogs, they also will leave a trap behind them. Okay. I don't want to use the skink because he's going to attack. sacrifice these guys. Fucking moose buck. I gotta make the most out of the skink sacrifice here. Amoeba. Okay. With the Guardian perk. Okay. I wasn't expecting to kill my amoeba right away, but alright. Wait, what? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not great. So much for all that. Blow me. All right. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. I shall not front. Getting kind of hungry anyway. Stay there. No need to move. I am afraid you are not dead yet. Hold still. Where did I put that camera of mine? Oh, I forgot to pick up the knife. I think it'll stay that way. Oh, the camera. Oh, there's no film in it. Pathetic. Do you really think I would leave film in there? Do you have any idea what that camera is capable of? Give me that. We have a memento to create. Huh. So we almost took his picture. Behold your death card. Shall we begin to ink it? Please choose a card to draw the cost from. Now they're all one. This time I'll use its power and health. The numbers. Ugh, these are all crap. Oh, this was a rough deck, man. 2 power, 1 health from the Gek. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. This will make it stronger and make it not take damage. This will give you an item every time you play it, though. F you, cheater. Say cheese. I don't wanna. Alright, so you cannot beat... like, you literally cannot get to the end in the first 2 runs. Not much for trading, that last one. Are you prepared to make the right deals? A gift from the angler. You see, he was defeated recently and wishes to redeem himself. It would be unfortunate if he were to fall to the prospector before he was given that chance. This hook is powerful. You may steal one of my cards with it. For that reason, you will not find any others along the path. Use it wisely. It seems that lowly stinkbug has made its way in, but it is dealt, so it stands. Cockroach and a squirrel. Okay. Oh, sweet. I do relish the snuffing out your excess candles before a boss. Perhaps you will now enjoy it as much as I do. So now we have one of those in our deck, I think. Take some gold teeth to start, sure. I have too many items. No, you may not choose a specific beast. Instead, you must now decide on a tribe that you prefer. I have 1 insect, 1 reptile, 1 canine, but I did not get a canine choice. An ancient woman emerged from behind an oak tree. She carefully laid out intricate wood carvings, then gestured at them briskly. Choose. Wait a minute. Oh my god. All of my squirrels have undying. The old woman bared her teeth in satisfaction. Your first totem was complete. The many lives sigil will now be marked upon all of your squirrel creatures. Because the top totem head I had was a squirrel. I think because I found that I get to start with the squirrels. I don't know, maybe you don't start with a totem at all until you see her again. And get a combo, because that's how it works in Kaycee's mod. I just gotta make sure to use an item here so I can pick up the dagger. All his birds have the guardian, okay. So I gotta remember though, because the spot I put the squirrel in, I can't put something else down because it's not gonna disappear. That is super overpowered though. That is. I am a big fan of that. Alright. Salutations. Sorry, just wanted to get rid of that. Nice. You finally pried my special dagger from the paws of that squirrel, though you may wish that you hadn't. So you can literally take your eye out with it, and I did do that on my second run. And I didn't even realize like the purpose of it, because he lets you pick a replacement eye after the match. But like, if you use that too soon, it doesn't actually benefit you in the way that it should, which we will see. I'll show you soon. Gotta pick another group. Bird, insect, canine. That's okay. I kind of don't want to change my totem anyway. The bones of the ancient woman creaked and groaned as she approached. With gently shaking hands, she placed her offerings before you. want to keep the squirrel one. Olwen collected her pieces and shuffled off into the darkness. Alright. Actually, I think I'm going to call it here. End the recording. Oh my god. Oh god. I think now we can continue though. After this, we can actually go do stuff, so that's good. From now on, we can actually get to the end of Act 1, I believe. Or, like, the final boss of these boards. He'll stop cheating, I think. So the furthest you can get in your first run is the second map. Furthest you can get in your second run is the third map. And you get to start using bones at that point. And I think the furthest you can get starting in your fourth run, or your third run, is the end. Although I don't know if you can beat him. And I don't think you can get out yet, even if you do beat him. But I could be wrong. It depends on if when we use the dagger, we'll find out. Oh shit, excuse me. But oh yeah, and it tells you how many teeth you have on the pause screen, or points you have for the merchant, basically. Regardless of where you are, what you're doing in the game, that's your currency. So, all right. Well, we will pick this up soon.